So, on top of your assistants getting jobs at other institutions, one of your former assistants, James Holmes, was named the head coach of John Jay College after being
Yes,
an assistant at Tufts, or
yes.
I'm sorry, being an assistant at Tufts after Oswego. What does it mean to you that you are developing this pipeline of coaches that are just kind of moving on to other institutions?
I really appreciate you asking that. That's something that I take great pride in. I think that, our positions here, as you may or may not know, are not full-time paying positions, but I've always wanted guys that have wanted to work full-time, so to speak. I think there's great value in that when you're younger and you can kind of make ends meet and afford to do that. Typically, the guys that I get here are not guys that have started a family yet and been married, so they have the time and they hustle around. Jack substitute teaches. Josh has a separate training business and camp business, and most of my assistants have done other things to make ends meet. But I think part of that is really a good thing for them. Not that they struggle financially, but they really find value in making ends meet while chasing this goal of being a head coach. And then for our program, I think it's great because, everybody says, well, how do you do it without full time assistants or the lack of resources from a pay standpoint? And I said, well, I think that these, once you have a group of people that move on and come through our program, go to get a full time paying position, end up being head coaches, then I think the word has gotten out that, okay, this is a really good place to be mentored and a great apprenticeship. They can get you started. You get a lot of responsibility. And now what we have this group of, 10 to 12 guys that have been with us. And now their circle has widened and they're all really close friends. And obviously I'm close still with all of them. And we've built this little family within a family, if you will. And for me, I take great pride in trying to help our profession, right? Like I try the best I can to not only mentor these guys, but give them a lot of responsibility that sometimes, comes with some mistakes, but you don't have to sneak around. You come here, you suck it up for a year financially, and we're going to be very, very influential and positive about you moving forward with your career to someplace else. I'd rather have a great assistant for 1 year than have somebody that's mediocre for 3 or 4 years. And I think that's the body of work that we have had here with our assistant coaches.